Hello and welcome to Everton versus Chelsea at Goodison Park. Chelsea, the title chasers, Everton, the European chasers, looking for a spot in the Champions League this year. They managed to scrape Europa last season. They're going to go for all the way for Champions League this season, according to Roberto Martinez. Nobody believed him at the start of last season when he came out and said that Everton were chasing titles. And Diego Costa scored 35 seconds in. Unbelievable. It's his third goal for Chelsea. This is third shot, 35 seconds in, and Diego Costa scores. It's a dream start for Chelsea and an absolute nightmare for Everton. Jose Mourinho he didn't even move. Great ball there. Cesc Fabregas just slots him through. I think he's just onside there, Diego Costa. And this is what he specialises in. He just drills it through the legs of Tim Howard. And it's 1-0 to Chelsea already. The boys in yellow. Who would have believed it here? Did just get a touch on it, Tim Howard, but he couldn't keep it out. Chelsea are a force to be reckoned with. Everton did not see that coming. That's the fastest goal this season. And Everton are looking to hit back immediately here. Here's Seamus Coleman, a real action-packed start to this game. They find themselves a goal down at home here, Everton. Just 35 seconds into the match. 34 seconds, correction. Not that it makes much of a difference, but a really fast goal for Chelsea. And Everton will need to switch on here if they're going to survive this game, because you know Chelsea might be able to bag a few early goals. Everton have a foul for them. Stephen Naismith receiving an elbow in the cheekbone there. I think it was Nemanja Matic just putting his arm across Naismith and conceding a free kick. He would have believed it though. 1 minute in. Under a minute in. And Chelsea start fast, absolutely shell-shocked. Will it be something to knock their confidence, Everton, or will they use it to spur them on? Here goes Ramirez. Diego Costa's calling for it again. He finds Costa, heads it down to Hazard. Costa again. Chelsea looking for a second already. Ramirez on the edge of the box. Pokes it through to Ivanovic. It's 2-0 to Chelsea. Who would believe it? 2 minutes, 52 seconds in, and Chelsea double their lead. This is astonishing. Roberto Martinez absolutely shouting at his team from the bench. Normally as cool as anything. And it is 2-0. Another that could have been classed as offside. The Everton fans are booing. Ramirez just poked it. Oh, and Ivanovic is offside there. I think he's at half a yard offside maybe. And that's his second of the season, Branislav Ivanovic, the right back. He's going for top scorer. I think that is only just offside. It's hard to call. You can definitely see why the linesman had a tough decision. But the number 2 has his number 2 of the season. And Chelsea could not have dreamt of this the night before. Everton, well, Goodison Park mainly is a bogey ground for Jose Mourinho's men, but they've started fantastically well here. Sylvain Distin. Everton need to hold on to the ball. If they lose it, Chelsea could do the same thing to them again and just get another one. There's absolutely nothing saying that Everton can't get back in this game. Here's Lukaku. Morales on the volley! Straight at Courtois. Never the cleanest contact from the Belgian international. Laid off by Belgian teammate Romelu Lukaku, ex-Chelsea player. You'd think he'd be really up for it. But how do you get back in the game, Roberto Martinez? I mean, you can't go 5 minutes without conceding a goal. You can't go 2 minutes without conceding a goal so far. But there's nothing saying that Everton can't just settle the game down a bit, and they've got a good 85 minutes to bag a couple of goals here. So they can do it. Here's Aidan McGeady, such a quick player. Naismith offside. And the Everton fans are already furious with the officials in this game. Plenty of boos for the linesman after that decision. Lukaku starting the move off again. Everton's new number 10, £26 million man. And he is offside there, Stephen Naismith. The ball back from Fabregas wasn't intentional. It was a tackle. By the laws of the game, that is offside. Naismith unlucky there. Everton started poorly, but you'd think it'd have to be a disastrous start to concede 2 in 2 minutes for Everton, but it hasn't been disastrous. I mean, Chelsea have just exploited weaknesses in this Everton side early on, and Chelsea might look to shut the game up now. That's what they do. They might try and kill this game off. It's a great tackle there. Coleman trying to get the ball in. Great ball in from Coleman. It's away by Ramirez. Diego Costa holding it up. And Jagielka heads it out of play for a Chelsea throw-in. And the only thing you can hear inside Goodison Park right now is the chants of the Chelsea fans in that away end. There's a foul there on James McCarthy. Everton have a free kick taken quickly. Distan. Baines. Everton playing it around at the back. The fans already want a retaliation from the Merseyside club. They want instant hit back, and they're not getting that here. Baines. We know Baines can create something. Cut out by Ivanovic. Now here is Nemanja Matic. Fabregas looking for a ball. He finds a superb ball through. And Tim Howard looked to have come outside his box there to catch that ball. He had to come out quickly to stop Diego Costa getting a second. And Chelsea a third inside 7 minutes. But he really did look to be outside his box there, Tim Howard. Kevin Morales now. He's got half a yard shot blocked by John Terry. It's Barry. It is Aidan McGeady. Crossed in by Morales. Nobody there. Willian's back defending. Baines blocked the clearance, and it is a goal kick to Chelsea. Tim Howard is definitely outside his box there when he catches that. Oh, it's so obvious. He's at least 2 yards outside his box there when he catches that, Tim Howard, and he just falls back into his box. And then he applauded the decision of the officials. And he did have that sort of guilty look on his face, didn't he? He'd known that he'd gotten away with one there. Jagielka taking control at the back for Everton. Gareth Barry under pressure from Diego Costa. It's a great turn there from the veteran midfielder. Naismith. He's lost out to Matic again. Matic is dominating Stephen Naismith already. He's just using his strength, using his power against the little Scotsman. And Baines breaks away down the left-hand side now for Everton. Tried to play it inside to Lukaku, but it was headed home by Azpilicueta in the end. Gave it back to Petr Cech. And Everton are already frustrated. They're already committing a few fouls. And Fabregas was just clipped there as Chelsea looked to counter. And taken quickly there by Chelsea. Willian. Switches the play to Cesar Azpilicueta. Matic. Poor ball. Barry cuts it out. That's what he'll do all day for Everton. Barry's got it again here. Great ball. Well played, Gareth Barry, to keep it there for Everton. Baines. Everton already pouring shirts forward. Barry switched out wide to McGeady, but it was headed out by Azpilicueta. Everton throw deep inside the Chelsea half. What can they do from this? Barry tried to poke it through there to Coleman on the overlap, but McCarthy settles it down. Distan. Leighton Baines, we've seen quite a lot of the ball so far. Lots of space out on that left-hand side. It's Lukaku. Short ball back to Distan. And Willian cuts it out. He's trying to get back and redeem himself there, Lukaku, but it's Hazard now on the ball on the other flank for Chelsea. Willian again. Ramirez. Driving through the heart of the Everton defence. He tried to lay it off to Fabregas. And it was cut out way too easily by the Everton defence. Mirallas now. Here's McGeady. This front four attacking with pace. And it was cut out again by Matic. Now here comes Diego Costa once again for Chelsea. It's Fabregas. He's got a bit of space to take the shot. It took a couple of deflections and Distan gets it away. Terry heads it down to Azpilicueta. Couldn't keep it in play with that pass. First 10 minutes have been really, really end-to-end stuff. Here's Leighton Baines. Coleman. Phil Jagielka to McCarthy. Everton just can't even find a penetrative spot here. They just can't find anywhere to try and break down the Chelsea defence. We've got to play it about very much at the back here. They're trying to get a bit of control, and Chelsea are more than happy for Everton just to keep it away from their goal. It's not bothering them. They're just keeping their shape, keeping Everton at bay. And it's straight back to Chelsea's possession in the end with Ivanovic. Terry to Cahill. Guides it forward, but all the way to Tim Howard. Lukaku. Tried to slip it through to Mirallas. It was cut out by Terry. And once again, Everton just can't hold on to the ball. Azpilicueta down the line to Hazard, who couldn't keep it in play. Or it was Diego Costa that couldn't keep it in play. Everton throw in, taken by Coleman. 1-2 with McCarthy, now it's Barry. Bit of space for Mirallas here to sort of try and find an opening. He's played it back to Baines. Wasn't the best pass. But he's got it back from Baines now. Barry. To the edge of the box for Stephen Naismith. Quite a lot of space for Everton further forward there, but once again they play it backwards. Jagielka, Naismith. Trying to stay on his feet, credit to him. And Ramirez cuts it out in the end. Good defending. Ramirez again now. Shifting it towards Costa. Jagielka had the legs to get there and played it back to Howard. Wasn't the best ball, but Howard dealt with it comfortably. With a return pass to Jagielka. McCarthy. Barry. Great turn there from Gareth Barry. Got good feet, hasn't he, Gareth Barry? A 32-year-old. Spent the season on loan at Everton from Manchester City last year. And They signed him on a permanent deal this season. And Seamus Coleman's won a corner here, tried to get the cross in. It was blocked by Azpilicueta. And Everton have a chance to get themselves back in the game here 15 minutes on. It is Aidan McGeady. Lukaku off the bar! It's gone in, Sylvain Distin! And he's offside. And after two debatable decisions from the linesman to allow both of Chelsea's goals, the irony that it's an offside decision that disallows Everton's. Lukaku heads it powerfully onto the bar. Courtois just flapped it. It hit the back of Gary Cahill and Distin poked it in, but he was offside. 16 minutes in and it is still Everton 0, Chelsea 2. It's a bit of a wake-up call for Chelsea as Jagielka hooks it clear with his left. Fabregas is lost out to Morales. Barry lofts it out wide to Baines. Can't find an angle to get forward. Barry again. Distin. Back to Howard. Good play there by Everton in possession of the ball. Lukaku couldn't win that header. Coleman driving down the right hand side. And Hazard happy to concede the throw in. Seamus Coleman. Fantastic season last year. Got in the team of the season. Stephen Naismith. Half a yard to shoot. And it's just wide of Thibaut Courtois' near hand post. And didn't even look at goal. He knew exactly where he wanted to put that, Stephen Naismith. Just turned, looking away from goal. And it's not far wide. It's a great effort from the Scotsman. Forever reliable is what he's seen as around here. Never has a bad game. Stephen Naismith. Absolutely loved by Roberto Martinez. Fabregas has picked it up from a loose header. Ramirez. Willian. Plays it back to John Terry. Terry has it. Again. Cahill. Once again, the ball finds its way back to skipper John Terry. Cahill under a bit of pressure there, and Everton win a free kick. Leighton Baines is fouled. Chelsea trying to control the game from the back, but they are getting pressed by Everton. Baines tried to float one in, but it was Willian that got a toe to it. Another throw in. Naismith. Baines back to Naismith. Barry. Cahill heads out for yet another Everton throw-in. Trying to build a bit of pressure on the Chelsea defence. And Chelsea come out on top there. As it's hoofed all the way downfield for Tim Howard to claim. Chelsea did need to clear the lines there. Has to be said. McCarthy flicks it round Matic. And it's a free kick to Everton. Just caught him there, Nemanja Matic, Serbian international. Very much does his role in Nemanja Matic. He just sits in deep and he is a true anchor. But he does have the ability to go forward. Here's Morales. Trying to get away from Ivanovic. Barry. McCarthy. McGeady. Coleman trying to get a ball in. He's got him round Azpilicueta and Hazard. It's great running. It's Naismith. It's off the line, basically. Poor pass, Willian. Diego Costa. Great tackle there from McCarthy. It's played all the way back to Howard. Everton do look like scoring right now. They have really quelled Chelsea's pressure and built their own. Baines. Morales skipping through the legs of Ramirez. That was great skill from him. Morales flicks it out wide to McGeady. Coleman. Once again looking for a cross. Coleman drove through. And Diego Costa was the furthest man back there for Chelsea. Getting a real good slide challenge in on the Republic of Ireland international. Who's trying to make an angle for a cross. One of the best right backs, if not the best right back in the Premier League right now. Seamus Coleman. There's a few. Pablo Zabaleta is the name that springs to mind. There's a few good right backs. You've got Nathaniel Klein, Kyle Walker, Matteo Debuchy, Daryl Janmat. Especially the man opposing him today is Chelsea's number 2, Branislav Ivanovic. Initially a centre-back, the Serbian, but Chelsea kept playing him right back. He wasn't the best there at first, but he's become a very well thought of right back now. Branislav Ivanovic definitely up there with the best in the Premier League. I think we're probably looking at the two best two best right backs in the Premier League right now on the field today. Cesar Azpilicueta was bought for Chelsea a couple of years back as an out-and-out right-back option. But Ivanovic kept playing well and kept the position. And Azpilicueta got forced to left-back as Ashley Cole's starting place whisked away. He couldn't get in Mourinho's team. Mourinho really didn't rate him last year. And then Felipe Luis was bought this summer as an out-and-out left-back, and now it's Azpilicueta that's starting. We do see Felipe Luis on the bench today, though, along with Kurt Zouma. Oh, and Barry had a rough challenge there. And he definitely got the ball, but the referee penalised him anyway. Both players went in. I think it was 50-50, really. And it was Barry that lunged forward most on Willian. Willian went right over him. We don't know if the referee will brandish a booking yet. It looks like Gareth Barry's got away with that one, but in some respects he hasn't, because he's conceded a free kick in a very dangerous position as well for Everton to defend. Great crossing opportunity here. Two-man wall. Cesc Fabregas, we know he can provide a ball. He's provided probably the best assist of the season with one of the best passes I've ever seen to Andre Schürrle in the opening game of the season. We know he can play the ball beautifully. Guided in towards the back post, and Howard claims Leighton Baines has gone down. And he's up. Tim Howard I don't know, I think he's just gone down there holding his back, Baines, and Howard nearly fell on top of him. He might have been a Gary Cahill contact. It's made him hurt his back. Eden Hazard couldn't keep it in due to a bit of James McCarthy pressure there. Naismith. Oh, Morales nicked it away from Ramirez there. Couldn't poke it through the legs of the ever-experienced John Terry. It's Naismith. Barry. Lukaku. Skips outside of Matic. Couldn't find Coleman. Hazard, good defending. and concedes a corner for Chelsea. Eden Hazard does great there. Gets back and does his defensive duties. Now it's Aidan McGeady to provide the corner in once again. Not as dangerous as last time. Barry heads it back across, and Lukaku's overhead kick attempt completely misses the ball and ends up giving Ivanovic a bit of a kick on the back. Not much though. Wasn't the initial foul that was blown for. Just looking at the replay again, Branislav Ivanic was definitely half a yard offside. Striker's finish from the full-back / centre-back. And Jose will definitely be pleased with his start and how his team have conducted their defensive duties ever since. McCarthy, Morales. Such agility. The winger. Dancing in and out of players. McCarthy. Gareth Barry. Curls a great ball to Leighton Baines. Morales again. Naismith again. Morales, he's got half a yard. He's given it to McGeady to shoot, and it was a poor effort and didn't really need to be dealt with by Ivanovic, but he kicked it over his own crossbar. Bit of a look of I escaped that one there from the fullback. It was going miles wide. He really dragged the shot, McGeady, and lucky to win a corner there. Kevin Morales with the in-swinger for Everton. To the near post, Diego Costa deals with it. Wonderful touch there from McGeady to bring it down. First time. Morales crosses it in again towards the back post for Barry, and it's out of play. Poor ball from the former Olympiacos man. That's where Everton signed him from. Kevin Morales, back in 2012 or 11. 2011, 2012 was the season. Here is Fabregas losing out to Baines and Morales. Really tag teamed him there, didn't they? Fabregas kicked at there by Leighton Baines. No foul given. Bit of aggravation between Baines, Morales and Fabregas there. Frustration creeping in again. Both sides can't really settle down on the ball, and Coleman put his weight into Eden Hazard there. Fumbles him to the ground. And just looking at the replay there, after Fabregas hit the deck, I think it was Morales that stood on his fingers intentionally, and Fabregas just hit out at his ankles. Oh, Costa's doing a bit of good work down the left-hand side there. It's Willian. Tries to float it back post. It's away by Baines. Matic is getting through there. Fabregas! Oh, it's deflected just wide. Sylvain Distin did not have a clue there where that was going to go. Don't really think he knew what's coming. Oh, it's a great block there from Distin. I think it was going wide the other side from Distin, but he nearly put it back in his own goal, and it's Cesc Fabregas to take the corner now. All the way to the back. Headed up. Gary Cahill heads it back in. It's Barry away. Ivanovic couldn't get the shot in. Willian. Matic. His cross blocked by Lukaku, who's trying to spur his team on. Half an hour gone. Everton 0, Chelsea 2 here at Goodison Park. 2 quick fire goals in the first 2 minutes for Chelsea. Diego Costa and Branislav Ivanovic. 34 seconds and 2 minutes 52 seconds with the goal times. Here is Ramirez. Diego Costa took a tumble in the box there, but nobody bats an eyelid. Willian under pressure. Naismith could have easily latched onto that if it was half a yard astray. Coleman, Lukaku on the outside of the. Oh, and Everton have conceded a throw in there, and the Everton fans and players can't quite believe it. Would have been in a dangerous position. Lukaku doing a bit of work. He flicked it out wide to McGeady, who's on the outside of him. Terry came across, got the tackle in. I think it hit McGeady last. It was a good decision there by the officials. Morales posts it to Baines. Step over. Looking for a pass. He's found one. Morales. Barry, another one of those first time balls that we know he does so well. Headed on by Baines, but the England fullback was adjudged to have been offside. The way this game started, Roberto Martinez would have been fearing the worst, but Everton really nulled the pressure from Chelsea, started to build their own, and still didn't get too many clear-cut opportunities. I mean, Romelu Lukaku hit the bar, Distan then put it in, but was offside, and Gary Cahill's acrobatic clearance was brilliant there, really, and then Ivanovic kept it in play. Fabregas fouled by Kevin Morales. Those two coming together once again. Here is Ivanovic. Gary Cahill. John Terry. To Matic. Willian. Hazard's on the outside. Distan got there first. Hazard's quick, and that wasn't the best of his speed we've seen. Oh, it's great play there from Matic to keep the ball. Fabregas couldn't find either Costa or Hazard, and Costa wanted it more, I think. He was the better option. Willian to Ivanovic. Costa's calling for it at the far post, but it's switched to Ramirez. Azpilicueta. Back to Terry. Chelsea not looking to lose it. They do this, Chelsea. They get that 2-goal lead and they try and kill the game off. Players like Diego Costa and Cesc Fabregas give them the chance to get that 2-goal lead that they were really lacking last season. That's why they didn't win the league. They couldn't beat the small teams. Morales goes for a curler straight at Courtois. Great effort from Kevin Morales. Thibaut Courtois is equal to it, held on to it well. Naismith just laid it off to him. It was a catch in the end from Thibaut Courtois. Great positioning from the Belgian international goalkeeper and Chelsea's new #1, despite having the 13 shirt. He has really taken over Petr Cech's place in goal. Baines. Distan. Pressure from Costa. So he wriggles up the line. Everton have actually had more shots than Chelsea. Found themselves 2 goals down. Chelsea's 2 shots on target were their 2 goals. Everton with 7 shots overall. Chelsea with 5. Everton equal their shots on target actually, but both of them didn't quite find the net. Jagielka back to Howard. Clears downfield only for Cahill to head it back with a great dive there. Jagielka drove forward and found Barry. Baines. Morales. Barry. It's McCarthy. Coleman. Driving forward once again there, Coleman. He's laid it off to McGeady. He's looking to find a cross in. Bit of step overs. And the cross was deflected up into the air and into the arms of Thibaut Courtois once again. We've not seen too much of Courtois so far in the Premier League. Couple of punches, couple of saves, nothing too brilliant. And his kick straight to Gareth Barry. Willian headed it. And Gary Cahill concedes the throw in. Baines to Barry. McCarthy. Now he's looking to drive. Flicks it to Coleman. McGeady. Coleman. Those two trying to work an angle to get a cross in. They've played it backwards though. Jagielka. Barry. Baines. Switching from side to side here, Everton. Morales. And it's back to the other side. McCarthy had so much space there to run at the defence, but ended up switching it back to McGeady's side. It looks to be Azpilicueta, his cross in. Don't know if that took a nick, but it went all the way to the far side, and Willian headed it back to Courtois. It's a good header. Willian signed from Shakhtar Donetsk in Ukraine 2 seasons ago now. Chelsea hijacked his move to Liverpool. He was just such an offensive player, Willian. He was a player that only went forward, but so was players like Eden Hazard, Oscar. Jose Mourinho works a defensive work rate into all of his players. McGeady. Naismith. Great skill from him. Here's McCarthy. Coleman. Everton really getting some pressure. Can they get one before the half time? Willian. Chelsea look to break. Matic finds the pass to Diego Costa, who's on the far side now. Willian lays it off for Ramirez to run onto down the middle of the pitch. Ivanovic with a cross. Headed away at the far post by Coleman. Morales shifts it to McGeady. It was a poor ball. And it's away in the end. McCarthy waited for Azpilicueta to commit, then played it to McGeady. It was a good play there from him, the ex-Wigan player. Baines. Tried to chop inside, and Willian is who it came off last, and it's a throw-in. Lukaku to Morales. McGeady. Everton still looking to work something, apply more and more pressure. Chelsea keeping their shape so well. They're so hard to break down when they're like this, Chelsea. McGeady. Barry. Baines. McGeady. Gets a toe to it, but couldn't keep it under control overly well. And Ivanovic clips it down line to Costa. Distan beats him to it 3 times in a row there as it's just bouncing up in the air. And here's Lukaku. He's offside. He just got on the end of a deflected pass through Lukaku. It's more of a tackle from Naismith in the end, and Lukaku's more than visibly offside there. He's a mile off. Tomorrow at 12:30 I'll be bringing you Tottenham Hotspur versus Liverpool. And after that I will be bringing Leicester City versus Arsenal. Those are the 2 games tomorrow. 5 minutes to go until half time, and Ivanovic either tries an extraordinary effort from a good 50 yards, or I think it didn't get the curl he wanted in for a cross. Ivanovic there. I like to think so anyway, because it would have been rather embarrassing if not. Jagielka. Barry. Turns inside. Ramirez. Fumbled to the ground. Good strength by Barry. Coleman. Barry again. Distan. Everton just building its constant passing. They've had a lot of possession here. Chelsea are allowing it. They're not closing them down too much. They're just keeping their shape. McGeady. Baines finds Lukaku. Lays off to Ramirez. Great play from Everton there. And Naismith's ball was just too heavy. It's cleared away, but only to McCarthy. Lukaku couldn't get it under his control. And it is a Chelsea goal kick. Great interception there by Distan. Jagielka. Oh, he's lost it here. Diego Costa. He's gone round Howard and put it. Oh, it's hit the post. But he's offside anyway. You thought Diego Costa got his third. Well, Chelsea's third, his second of the game. His fourth for Chelsea with 4 shots on target, but Diego Costa's onside. Diego Costa was onside there. Wouldn't have mattered anyway. It did hit the post. And I think the linesman's had a bad day today. Both linesmen. And he's terribly unlucky there, Diego Costa. Sylvan Distan played him onside. Hazard. Costa. Willian. Tried to poke it to Ramirez, but Lukaku cuts it out with a great little pass to Naismith. Jagielka spreads it. Baines now driving down the left-hand side. No pressure from Willian or Ivanovic. And Willian finally comes across to get a tackle in and concede the throw in again. Another good tackle there from Willian. McGeady. Baines. Cut out once again by Willian. He's been such a good player defensively today for Chelsea. Sometimes you forget he's an out-and-out winger or number 10, Willian, normally. Distan. Into the middle for Jagielka. Back to Distan. Morales. McGeady to Coleman, who floats it into Morales. Wonderful header just before half-time, and Everton have their goal that they've been working so hard for, and it's 2-1 just before half-time. Jose Mourinho will not be happy with that. And Everton have really deserved that. They've just been working it for a good 20 minutes or so now. 15, 20 minutes. And it's a ball in from Coleman for Morales to head in. It's a great header. Not much Thibaut Courtois could have done that. Oh, it's a fantastic header from the Belgian. Great ball in from Seamus Coleman. And Roberto Martinez and his men have a goal, and they're putting pressure on for another here. They're looking to get another before half-time, and that would really ruin Mourinho's team talk. Will Chelsea come out in the second half and hold on? Jose Mourinho with a familiar scowl. It'll feel like he's losing now after feeling that goal, but will Chelsea come out in the second half and attack and try and get a third goal to seal the game off again so they can hold on to another 2-goal lead? Or will they go for a third? Will they leave the third and just go to park the bus again and keep holding on to the narrow 1-goal lead that they have now? We have a great game in our hands now because of that goal. Chelsea really numbed the flow of the game as they do when they get their 2-goal lead, but this time... Oh, and Howard's clearance was straight at Diego Costa. That could have been a catastrophe if that had have ended up in the net. Could have gone anywhere, that deflection. Distan. All the way forward towards Lukaku. Headed away by Terry, and I think that's going to be half-time. If the ref's taking into account the goal celebrations, it's going to let it play on for a few more seconds. And that's it. The score is Everton 1, Chelsea 2 at half-time, and Chelsea tried to kill the game off, couldn't. And Diego Costa opened the score in 34 seconds in. Ivanovic doubled their lead 2 minutes 57 seconds in. And Kevin Morales, just before half-time, would have really changed Jose Mourinho's team talk with a great header. And boos for the officials from the Everton fans as they're going at half-time. We'll be right back in about 15-20 minutes time with the second half. Back just in time for the second half as Everton get us underway. Scores from the first half, Everton 1, Chelsea 2. And we'll see how the second half fares. Willian tries to flick it around Distan, but it's away to Barry. Bit of pressure in the end. Comes to nothing for Chelsea. So we'll just see what Chelsea will do here, because I'm interested in what their strategy will be. Obviously, Everton are going to try and do what they did first half, maybe try and hit Chelsea quickly. Oh, Lukaku plays it to Naismith. Morales looking for an early goal in this second half. He pulls it back to Lukaku, who skies it way over the bar. It was well set up by Naismith, and Morales, he laid it off for him well. It was Morales in a crossing position, and then he pulled it back to Lukaku. And he's never gotten over it there. He's just skied it way into the stands. It was a good move from Everton. Like I was saying, Everton is going to come out. Maybe they're going to attack Chelsea and try and get that goal. They're not going to settle for losing 3 points, Everton, because they know they have the ability to get all 3 points in this match. They can definitely score 2 this half if they play well. Chelsea's strategy is a bit more unpredictable. You see, we don't know how they're going to come out and play this second half. That you could see typical Jose Mourinho part the bus, defend the lead, defend a 1-goal lead for 44 minutes is going to be pretty demanding. So we'll see how it goes, because Chelsea might want to nick a third and attack until they get that third and then park the bus, because we know that they're not going to just keep scoring for fun against Everton. They're not that sort of team anymore like they used to be. They used to be all out attack. It's a dive from Naismith there. Willian was right to appeal. Morales, Lukaku, McCarthy, Everton building again. The second half could definitely go their way if they get a goal now. Really shake Chelsea up. Throw Mourinho's team talk right out the window. McGeady, his cross was blocked. Azpilicueta turned McGeady there. Got it away, but Fabregas has lost it there. He's way too calm in that position. McCarthy tried to give it to McGeady, and Fabregas redeemed himself and got a toe poke to it. Concedes the throw. Barry. It's Kevin Morales. Distan. Great ball to the Baines. Crossing position. Deflected by Ivanovic. Corner to Everton now. We could see a really great second half if it keeps building like it started. It's not that action-packed, explosive second half stage yet, but it's building. You can see it really exploding to life at some point in this second half. Short corner. Morales. Crossed in towards Lukaku. And there's a foul there against Everton. Jagielka, I think he's hurt Ivanovic there. If it's possible to hurt Ivanovic, he's a real tank. Oh, and yeah, Jagielka went for a volley there and caught Ivanovic in the head. I don't think there was much contact, but you know, a boot to the head can never feel good. And Jagielka was penalised for it, and it's a free kick to Chelsea. Samuel Eto'o warming up to come on. All happy smiles for Samuel Eto'o as his ex-Chelsea teammates warm up alongside him. McGeady chops inside of Hazard. Laid it back to McCarthy. Barry now. Barry really does help dictate the tempo of a game. You want Gareth Barry on the ball as much as possible, because he's pivotal in this Everton side. He really does help make them tick. It's one of the key players that you hate to see when he's out for them. Morelos was brought down there by Nemanja Matic. Struggling. Chelsea really struggling. Yeah, it was a foul there for Matic. Definitely caught him. And it's a crossing position here for Leighton Baines. Crossed in by Baines towards Distan. Morales. And a flag's gone up against Sylvain Distan. Linesman once again in the spotlight. And I think he's got that one wrong again. I think Azpilicueta was bang on in line with Sylvain Distan on the edge of the box there as that free kick came in. So Chelsea escape there. Distan heads it back from Courtois' kick there. Diego Costa with a bit of good footwork. Barry kicks it against Costa and wins a throw. Coleman. Couldn't keep it, and it's a throw-in that he will take. Ron Ganfield, the referee today. The assistant referee today. Has been the linesman in the spotlight today. Oh, poked through Diego Costa, and he's great save by Tim Howard. I sort of lost words there as Diego Costa broke away because it was really hard to tell what was happening, but I think he's onside there, Diego Costa, always playing on the edge. Fabregas just poked him through, and that's the first shot Diego Costa has had in the Premier League that hasn't been in a goal 3 games in after 3 goals. Anyway, the corner in by Terry, saved by Tim Howard. Lukaku ran past the ball and lost it. Here's Hazard. Number 10 against number 10 as Lukaku does his defending against former teammate Eden Hazard. Matic. Good ball. It was quick. Ivanovic. Poor pass. Morales got a toe to it, but Willian kept it. Good turn there from Azpilicueta. It's Ramirez. It's Matic with it. Oh, he didn't strike it. Hazard. Costa! Straight at Howard. And it's another shot that he hasn't scored, but I don't think he cares about his record whatsoever. He's always in a good position, Diego Costa. You got to keep your eye out for him. They can really utilise him this season. Morales flicks it out wide to Lukaku. Coleman. Lukaku. Azpilicueta does well. His clearance is straight against Lukaku. Heads it down line to Hazard, who with a fancy turn gets around Coleman, but Coleman uses good upper body strength there to get back. Great game to watch so far in this second half. You just don't know which way it's going to swing. Naismith. Back to Distan. McCarthy wants it in the centre. McCarthy gets it in the centre. It's Naismith. Oh, he's gotten round Terry with ease, but he recovered there, the former England international and the Chelsea skipper. And Coleman with another good tackle there as he dispossesses Hazard. Mourinho and Martinez exchanging words. Brings a joke and a smile and a laugh to both their faces. And there's a bit of a heated exchange here between Diego Costa and a few Everton players. Diego Costa just seems to be annoying every Everton player right now. Diego Costa laughs off the referee's word. So Diego Costa retaliated to Coleman holding his shirt. Coleman didn't even look at him. It's a yellow card now for Diego Costa because he annoyed Distan, Coleman and McCarthy, and he was having a go at all of them. And he's been booked now, Diego Costa, straight after this event for another incident. And the referee had obviously had enough and booked Diego Costa. And Diego Costa goes to ground there and wins nothing, to the delight of everyone inside Goodison Park. Ivanovic heads it on to Ramirez. Baines kept it in play well. Good strength and good ball control as well. Distan receiving boos from the Chelsea fans for being one of the players to have a pop at Diego Costa. Suppose it won't really matter. Roberto Martinez is annoyed that didn't go Everton's way, that throw-in. Did come off Ivanovic. He was rightfully annoyed, and Fabregas has gone to ground. This game's getting a little bit heated now. Players and managers. And there's a free kick there. Gary Cahill concedes one, just by a little foul on Lukaku, and Everton took it quickly. Naismith went through on goal. Chelsea weren't ready, neither was the ref for the quick free kick. Now Barry takes it quickly again. The referees let it go this time, and Jagielka, a bit of a risky turn there, inviting pressure from Diego Costa. Baines played a poor ball there. Diego Costa lays it off to Ivanovic. Wide. Branislav Ivanovic couldn't get a clean strike on that. Costa did well. 2-on-2 here. Oh, Ivanovic slipped when he shot there and ended up with his legs in the air. It's Jagielka now. McGeady. This game tempo increases, so does the heat. The players getting frustrated and excited. Here's Coleman. Tried to poke it out wide, and Coleman wins a free kick there. Foul by Cesar Azpilicueta on Seamus Coleman. He's just grabbing him constantly there, Azpilicueta. Constant tugging on the waist and the shirt. And it will be Leighton Baines to deliver the ball in. Baines curls one in, and it's headed up in the air by John Terry and Gary Cahill. A bit of a combination of both their heads wins a corner for Everton. Dangerous ball in from Baines, and Romelu Lukaku sort of orchestrating the crowd here, trying to pump the crowd up. And Morales' corner straight into the hands of Courtois. Launch forward, cut out by Baines. Jagielka now to Morales. Can he deliver a better cross than corner? And the cross was deflected for another corner. The crowd is really loving this behind the goal. This Everton pressure. Morales. Headed away by Ramirez, then hooked away by Hazard. And Coleman's ball to Distan was just too much. Distan stayed forward there. And sorry, it's McCarthy that played the ball through. Oh, and the ball went all the way through there for distance to clear. I think it was initially meant to be cleared by McCarthy. It fell through one more. Barry missed it, and Baines missed it, and it was Distan in the end that got it away. Just a loose goal kick there. Lukaku touched it onto Naismith, who tried to send it Lukaku's way. It was deflected by Cahill towards Courtois, who instantaneously just kicks it up in the air. And here is Naismith. No free kick given. Goal kick to Chelsea. 73% possession so far this second half. Seamus Coleman now down the right hand side for Everton. Lays it back to fellow Republic of Ireland international McGeady. And once again, the ball just doesn't really find anybody in a great position. Morales gives it back to Coleman. Hazard using good strength. Azpilicueta smashes it upfield for distance to head back. And good defending there by John Terry. Lets it run all the way through to Courtois. Coleman wins the header. McGeady plays it back to Jagielka, who smashes down the field. Headed on by Naismith to Lukaku, and it's a wonderful tackle by Gary Cahill. That is the tackle of the game. And there's a lot of boos coming from the Everton fans. I don't know what that's all about. And Barry was fouled there. Advantage played. Baines. Distan. Everton looking to go forward again. Barry. Baines. Lukaku lays it to Naismith, who was tripped there by Ramirez, and it's a free kick once again to Everton. It's a booking for Ramirez. And I think it might be a Leighton Baines special here. Is it a crossing position? Isn't it a shooting? Is it a shooting position? It's one of them. It's quite far out though. So it's about 25 yards out. Kevin Morales has also stepped up 20, probably just over 25 yards out, and it looks like Morales is favourite to hit this. He's marked his run up, and the ref's blown his whistle. Big tall wall for Chelsea here. Still waiting for it to be taken. Taking the time here. They're being hurried by the Chelsea away fans. Here it is. It's Morales to curl it straight at the wall. Baines hooks it up in the air for Morales. Brings it down. Who crosses one. Up and away by Cahill. And Morales is on the ball again. Completely different positions every time. Once in the middle for the free kick. Then he was out on the left wing all of a sudden after it hit the wall. And then to recover that one, he's back in defence. Rescuing the day. Chelsea have a throw-in inside the Everton half now. It's an even contest. And it's Samuel Eto'o who's stripping off and ready to come on. Make his debut for Everton. Coleman's cut that out with ease. Lukaku. He slowed the attack down there, Lukaku, but he just couldn't keep it going. Barry slid past the ball and the player, completely missed that slide tackle. Here's Hazard. Diego Costa. Oh, his footwork was too fancy for himself and he's lost it. Here's Azpilicueta. The Chelsea fans want their boys in yellow to attack. Hazard. Slowed down right now. Fabregas. Hazard. Drives inside. Well played, Hazard. And it's crept in. He just drove and drove and drove. As in Hazard. And I think it's come off Seamus Coleman and gone in. Will Hazard claim it? I'm not sure. There's a bit of a scuffle right now in the Everton penalty area. Hazard rushed out to Howard rushed out towards Hazard and started out having a go at him, and now Howard's having a go at Azpilicueta right in front of the referee. Referee's telling both Jagielka and Howard to calm down. Don't know what this is all about, but Chelsea got their 2-goal lead back nonetheless. Yellow card for Tim Howard. We'll just see what happens there in a minute. Howard couldn't really do much here. Hazard just drove past McCarthy and he's gone to hook it back post, and yeah, it's Coleman who's trying to block the cross, and it through the tightest of angles gone in at the near post. And Diego Costa runs up. I don't know what it is. I think Costa exchanges words with Coleman in a sort of provocative, mocking way due to the own goal. And Howard's run out to defend his player. You don't want to see that from Diego Costa. You also don't want to see Tim Howard lose his temper. He's a good goalkeeper. The USA number 1, not right now though. He's had a 24-month international break. He's requested Tim Howard. Right now the USA number 1 is Brad Guzan. You don't want to be seeing that from Diego Costa though. We're not about that in football. And McGeady skipping inside Ramirez. Can he get a shot away? He's laid it off to Naismith. We could see another one. It's Naismith. It's 3-2. Unbelievable. Instant hit back from Everton. And now Stephen Naismith has got his 3rd of the season. Everton's 2nd of the game. And what a game we are seeing here. McGeady just comes inside of Ramirez so easily, and he just sees Naismith run, pokes it there, and then it's like another poke home from Naismith. Just he slots it into the bottom corner. A good finish there from the Oh, it's a great finish, great play. And we have an instant hit back from Everton. This game really is something. 3-2 to Chelsea at Goodison Park with 21 minutes left to play. What will we see here? Are Chelsea going to go for a 4th and try and use it as a cushion, or are they going to hold on here? Number 5, Samuel Eto'o, has come onto the pitch, and now here's Eto's first involvement against his former club. Naismith has got it here. McCarthy. And the fans really spurring them on now. Lukaku slips, but Naismith has it anyway. Out wide to Baines. Barry, can he cross it from there? I think he's a bit far out. Baines into Lukaku. Lukaku tried to get it back post for Morales and Cesar Azpilicueta's header straight back to Courtois. This really is a goal fest. This is one of the games of the season. Really is something. We've had absolutely everything. Goals, controversy. It's been heated. We've seen scuffles. I know it's not the positive sides of football, but we've seen the dives, we've seen the bookings. All we need is a red card and a 90th minute winner for either team now. That's all we need this game to truly go down as one of the greats. Ramirez. Distan, great step over there to let it run through for Howard. Rolls it to Coleman. There's a bit of a exchange in the middle between, I think it was Hazard and one of the Everton players. But Everton played on. Morales tried to get through John Terry's legs, who smashes it up into the air and out for a throw-in. The experienced defender. Eto'o took the throw-in. Here is Samuel Eto'o. Chelsea know what he can do. Morales couldn't quite poke it back to Eto'o. Distan. Poor from him, but poor from Costa as well. And then poor from Naismith. Not one of those players held onto the ball well. Ramirez, he is a real engine. He's quick and he's driving towards the Chelsea goal. Here's Willian. Willian outside of McCarthy. Goes to the ball into Costa. Headed away by Jagielka. Fabregas on the edge of the box. Couldn't find anyone. He didn't make his mind up quick enough there. Caught in two minds. And the clearance has gone out for a Chelsea throw-in on the other half of the pitch. John Obi Mikel is coming on for Chelsea. Will it be a defensive change? Will he take off Costa? I think he should, because Costa's really heated. I wouldn't think Mourinho's going to go to hold on to this lead now for the last 18 minutes of this game, plus stoppage time, of course. Fabregas. Morales. Hazard's won it. Here is Ivanovic. Can I get a cross in? He's gone towards Costa. Distan hooks it up into the air. Headed away. Only as far as Matic. Willian. Another potential cross here. Gives it Hazard. We know that can work a bit of magic whenever Chelsea need it. Both teams have been absolutely exceptional going forward today. You really have to admire that. Cahill, Ramirez, Diego Costa, still receiving boos from Goodison Park. It's Ramirez, Matic. Can he find one more pass? He's gone for it. Matic, and it's 4-2. And it's what an astonishing game we're seeing here. We got a 6-goal thriller, and now Nemanja Matic has scored in at the near post. They have their 2-goal cushion back. Once again, the Chelsea fans who are going absolutely mental in the top corner of Goodison Park. Ramirez just gives it Matic. You think he's going to pass it to Willian. Comes inside, and it is a perfect strike into the bottom corner there from Nemanja Matic. Chelsea really do score when they want. They score when they need to. This time could have been tighter. So could Jagielka. Might have taken a nick there on the way through. And this really is a thriller. Now on comes John Obi Mikel. John Obi Mikel, the Nigerian international, coming on for Brazilian Willian. That's a defensive change. It's going to be Hazard behind Diego Costa. And then I think it's going to be Fabregas and Hazard actually behind Costa. And then a 2 of Mikel and Matic behind them. So no real width here. Unless Hazard's just going to roam out to the wings. He probably will. Now, will Everton pull back one more and make this great game even greater? Lukaku's gone down. Mikel's first involvement was to foul Lukaku. I think Ramirez might be playing right midfield actually right now for Chelsea. And Hazard on the left and still Fabregas behind Costa. Mikel and Matic is the holding two for definite there. Baines' cross. Oh, it's in! And it's 4-3! Samuel Eto'o on his debut for Everton against his former club Chelsea. Heads home off a Leighton Baines cross. And it is a 7-goal game now, and Everton will not give up on this. Who would have believed it? The cross looked poor. It was defended poor, and Eto'o just read it, broke away at the back, and heads home into the far post. It is Everton 3, Chelsea 4. We really are seeing an incredible game. No matter who wins, both sets of fans and every football fan watching this game right now will have to appreciate that we are seeing one of the games of the season and a truly remarkable game of football. Matic now, and they're looking for their 2-goal lead again, Chelsea. Do they prove us right and say they score when they want? Or do Everton add a twist and level it for the first time this game? Making a comeback. Diego Costa. Costa skipping past challenges. He's gone down. Hazard. He's trying to find something here, Hazard. Lays it off to Ramirez. Matic. Ramirez. It's 5-3! Unbelievable! It is goal after goal after goal. With 14 minutes left. Everton 3, Chelsea 5. Ramirez pokes home, and Chelsea once again have their 2-goal lead back. This is one of the most astonishing game of footballs I've ever seen. 8 goals. And will Everton keep the pattern and score again? It just fell there. Hazard was just dribbling it about. He just tapped it for Ramirez, who was onside. Oh, he's miles onside. There was not even a debate. And then 1-2 with Matic, and he's just poked it past Tim Howard. The goalkeepers won't look back on this game fondly, nor will the defenders, but we have seen some phenomenal attacking football in this game, and no matter how this ends, this has been a fantastic game. And Chelsea are going for a 6th here. They don't want to risk them coming back again. Barry cuts out the pass. Are Chelsea going to let them back within touching distance again? This has been a cruel game for Everton. They've just been kept at bay ever so slightly. We saw 3 goals in the first half, 5 in the second, and we've still got 12 minutes left to play plus stoppage time. Here's Hazard. Coleman. Barry. On to Baines. He's got a few options to aim for in the middle. Ramirez has gone to close him down. Barry curls it in. Headed away by Cahill. Last year was described as the best ever Premier League season. We're about to beat that best ever Premier League season. You just think the Premier League gets better every year. McCarthy. Morales has got half a yard, blocked by the face of John Terry. I think that must have hurt, but you know, John Terry he's a real tank at the back. Here's Naismith. Tried to clip it in. Struck the arm of Matic, but it wasn't extended enough to be given as a handball. Here is Distan. Baines. Barry. Crossed in towards Lukaku. And it's dealt with by John Terry. Everton have a corner. Their fans can still smell a couple more goals in this game for them. A draw will feel like a massive loss to Chelsea and a massive win for Everton. That's what it'll feel like for both sides. Crossed in by Baines, headed away at the near post. I think it was Ramirez of the throw-in. Baines again. He's got no options. Now McCarthy's found himself in some space. Lofted into the box by Naismith, and Lukaku's header was tame. Couldn't really get much projection on it or power. It wasn't that sort of ball in. And it was straight into the arms of Courtois. Courtois rolled it out, and Lukaku really did well. Eto'o, Coleman, Mirallas, it's off the post! And it's Samuel Eto'o looking to work it again, and it's away by John Obi Mikel. It could have been 5-4 there. Mirallas will look back at that moment if Everton don't get a point out of this game now and think that was what could have changed it. Baines, Lukaku! Oh, it's blocked. Headed away now by Matic. Fabregas has it. Blocked by Jagielka. Eto'o looking to cross it in. Great tackle from Cesc Fabregas. And it is... Oh, it's... I don't know what's happening here. I think Fabregas has been booked for a foul. I thought Eto'o was going to be booked for diving there. Fabregas, oh no, he doesn't get the ball there. It's a great decision from the referee. And it's another great chance for Everton to cross it in and create something. Can't believe Mirallas hit the post there. It's wonderful play. Oh, it's a wonderful save by Courtois in the end, but you don't see play like this often. This is a match of the day for anyone in the country tonight. This is something incredible. Free kick to Everton. Once again, definite crossing position. It's too tight of angle to even consider going for goal, but in this game, you don't know what might find the net. Baines floats it in. Oh, it's a poor ball there, and Diego Costa's the man to get it away. Have you ever seen anything like this? So early in the season as well. You'd think this is a true... Oh, and it's another defensive change for Chelsea. Felipe Luis comes on for Eden Hazard. The new number 3 for Chelsea, Felipe Luis. Signed from Atletico Madrid for 20 million euros. Hazard has been being told to hurry along. Thibaut Courtois with perhaps one of the saves of the season. Mirallas couldn't quite believe it. It was a great improvised effort. A lot of skill behind that one. Now, throw in to Everton. We've had a lot of stoppages this second half. I think we'll see a solid 4 or 5 minutes added on. Coleman, chased down by Felipe Luis. And it's another throw in to Everton. I can't take my eyes off this game. It is absolutely extraordinary. Mirallas to Coleman. Couldn't win the corner. McCarthy gets there ahead of Felipe Luis. Jagielka. He's going to try and provide a cross. He's laid it out wide to Barry instead. Now it's Leighton Baines. Bit of space. Naismith. Baines again. He's got room for a cross. He doesn't really. It was blocked by Ramirez. And Naismith finds McCarthy. McCarthy straight pass for Leighton Baines. It's out for a Chelsea throw-in. Could that be the end of Everton's pressure? What an extraordinary game we've seen here. I will be bewildered if we see a better game than this all season long. If we do, then we're in for a very special Premier League season. I mean, you don't know which way the title's going to go at all, do you? But right now, Chelsea are my strong favourites. Lukaku blocked there. Well, the cross was blocked by Gary Cahill, and Everton have a throw-in once again. Taken quickly. Lukaku couldn't control it though, and it was cleared upfield. Now Sylvain Distin has it. Phil Jagielka. Every player is playing their absolute heart out for both teams right now. Chelsea to defend, Everton to attack. But they can't break Chelsea down again here. A bit of a deflected tackle there from Luis. It's Mirallas. Not got much of an option. And Felipe Luis has fouled Kevin Mirallas. And it's going to be a free kick to Everton. Another tight angle. It might as well be a corner, this one. Goal would really shake things up now. Chelsea have taken most of their attackers off. The ones that remain are really like Diego Costa and Ramirez and Fabregas. That's probably it. if you can even call those attackers. Mirallas headed away. The only out-and-out attacker that they've still got on the field is Diego Costa. Leighton Baines looking to provide a cross. He's got plenty of blue shirts in the middle. Eto'o with a poor pass, and Felipe Luis has cut it out. Chelsea could seal the deal here with Ramirez. Dancing feet, trying to find a pass, and it's absolutely poor from Ramirez, who tried to lay it out wide to Fabregas. And I don't know if it was lazy, tiredness, complacency. Can't be complacent in a game like this. You truly can't. Eto'o, great vision, great awareness, great skill to find Baines. Now down along the line towards Naismith. Ivanovic has cut it out. And he's got it away, but Naismith has won it back there. He went flying in on Ramirez, and Ramirez is down, looking like he's in agony. And Stephen Naismith has gone over, sort of shouting at Ramirez, telling him to get up. The referee obviously has to check if he is okay. I don't know how much contact there was there. It was a heavy challenge, no matter how much contact. And are they going to look to run down the clock here? Oh, Ramirez definitely gets it's a clean tackle. It's a heavy challenge, but a clean tackle from Naismith. And you can just see after he touches the ball, there's a tiny bit of follow through on his leg. Definitely not a foul, though. It's a good decision from the referee. And Didier Drogba is set to enter the fray for Chelsea for the last 5 minutes plus stoppage time here, as he puts his ankle tape on. So, will we see an extraordinary ending to what has been an extraordinary game? I lack words to describe this game. It really is one of those that leaves you speechless. So, Chelsea are down to 10 men for the moment with Ramirez off. I don't know if Drogba's going to come on for Ramirez or it's going to be someone else, but they are adding another attacker to the team. So if it does go up the field, they will have someone alongside Diego Costa to give him a bit of support. Or is it because Drogba is a bit of a strong unit and can do well defensively? Lukaku's header straight at Courtois there. 2.5 minutes to go plus stoppage time now. I wouldn't go out yet. It was a great ball in there from Samuel Eto'o to Lukaku. And Lukaku couldn't quite get to it like he wanted to. Headed forward by McCarthy and away by Cahill. Phil Jagielka dances a bit wide of Fabregas to provide a forward ball. Cahill sort of spoofed the clearance, and Barry's going to lay it off to Baines. The fullbacks have been so important in today's game. Tell you what, if any of the defenders in this game are in your fantasy team, you're in for a bad day because there has been a lot of goals, and it's Cesc Fabregas coming off for the Chelsea legend Didier Drogba. And Mohamed Besic is ready for Everton to enter the fray also. And Besic is going to come on now. Number 17, Mohamed Besic. On he comes for the big man up front, Romelu Lukaku. Has created problems. Not really many chances, but he's created problems at the back, certainly, for Chelsea, his former club. He didn't appear too much for because he was always out on loan. Teams like West Brom, last season Everton, and now he's here permanently. Drogba, his first involvement, couldn't quite bring it down on his chest. Here is Besic with a stupid flick from Besic, and he's giving Chelsea the game here because Diego Costa scores to make it 6-3, and it is absolutely appalling from Mohamed Besic. Diego Costa slots it home. He's given us the 9th goal of the game. And Mohamed Besic comes onto the field. His first involvement is a stupid back heel that plays Diego Costa 3-1-on-1. Absolutely ludicrous from the youngster from Ferencváros, who cost them £4 million. And there's not much. It was such a shame because Everton really did look like scoring, and that's That is game over now. 3 goals ahead, Chelsea, as stoppage time is announced. Diego Costa with another goal. And that's his 4th of the season in 3 games. 5 minutes added on. And I don't know what Besic was doing there. I can't criticise the young boy enough. I really can't. That's got to be game over now. Everton 3, Chelsea 6. We have seen some dreadful defending, some great moments today. And the best thing about this game is what we've seen from the attacking players. And Besic this time doesn't go for the flick, just goes for a solid pass. He's going to get a lot of stick. He's not going to have many favourites here at Goodison Park. And Felipe Luis is getting away there. Besic cuts it out. And Goodison Park is emptying now, as Chelsea's lead extended to 3. McCarthy sends it forward. It's poor though. Azpilicueta. Felipe Luis. It is Nemanja Matic. Drogba. Poor pass to Eto'o. It's Samuel Eto'o, deflected and over the bar. And you could have seen 6-4 there in the 10th goal of the game, taking us into double figures. And Drogba with a poor pass that time. And is Drogba past it? Probably. Here's Coleman. So many Chelsea shirts back. I don't really think there needs to be now, though. Coleman. Barry. Eto'o. Can he provide a cross? Costa got it away there. Coleman floats it in, and Courtois claims to make it 6-3. And Chelsea have got a man down. Goodison Park is really empty now, and 6-3. I mean, a 3-goal lead really doesn't complement Everton enough, because Chelsea have definitely been the better team. They've done everything they needed to win the game. They haven't done more than what they needed to, but they've done what they needed to win this game. And Everton have fought and fought and given absolutely everything they have in their tank to win this game. And it is, you got to feel for them, but that's football. It's cruel. If anything, the fairest result would either be like a 2-2 draw or a 3-2 win to Chelsea. Nobody would have seen something like this coming. And if anybody put a bet on for Chelsea 6, Everton 3, you are going to be a very rich man right now. Coleman. That was his cross earlier on. Cahill and Terry have both gone down and both gone off after receiving treatment. So Chelsea are down to 9 for the minute. Chelsea are down to 9 and the clock's running down. I think they've been on the ground for about a minute now. So another minute probably will be added on. And Eto's trying to rush him off the field. Samuel Eto'o is trying to hurry him off the field. Didn't quite work out for him. Cahill and Terry both on the side of the field ready to come on, and they've been waved on. Costa. Are Chelsea going to push for a 7th? Well, Diego Costa is in his hat-trick, but Distan cleared it away. Matic to Mikel. I think there might be one more goal in these last 2 minutes in this game. Don't know who for, though. Chelsea might make it a 7-3. Drogba. Still going Drogba. Using his strength and winning a free kick. Young Besic there fouling him. Both teams really slow now. I mean, Chelsea pulling away with that goal just sucked the hope out of Everton. Here is Costa. And Costa's gone down here. And Everton are playing on. Distan. Hearing chants of Diego Costa from the Chelsea stand now. Naismith. Added time has finished here, but there was a few stoppages during it, so the ref won't blow his whistle just yet. And Phil Jagielka, not the best passer of the ball there. Well, no, he's a good passer for a centre half, Phil Jagielka, but that one wasn't his best. Baines. I think this is a goal difference thing now for Everton. You got to think of that. Here's Baines driving through the defence, couldn't keep it in his feet, and it's going to be Ivanovic to clear. Well, he's passed it to Ramirez, and that is it. What a fantastic game we have seen here. A game that, well, if it's beaten in quality, we are in for a very special Premier League season. I can't remember all the goal scorers personally. I think we'll need to look back at the score sheet afterwards to tell you the goal scorers. But an absolutely superb game at Goodison Park here. We've seen Everton 3, Chelsea 6, and wow, we're in for a good Premier League season if it carries on at that standard. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later.